So you're saying that they're going to sweep?
Oh, yeah.
Can you guarantee it? Press the button.
The Knicks.
No, you got to press the button.
The Nets against the Celtics. The Celtics are going to get swept.
The Brooklyn Nets just dropped Game 3 of the first round of the playoffs in the TD Garden at Boston. This is their first loss in the playoffs as a Big Three. And now that they are up 2-1, with Game 4 fast approaching on Sunday, so many folks were expecting them to sweep Boston after their dominance in the first 2 games. But break your brooms because we have a series. Welcome to the L Breakdown, where we spill you the full tea on why your fave caught an L. My name is Zoran, and today we discuss why the Brooklyn Nets lost to Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics. And stay tuned till the end of the video to find out who took home the biggest L. Oh well. The Nets took an L. Let's break it down. Kyrie Irving. Man, there's been so much controversy involving Kyrie and his return to Boston lately. He's come out and made some statements to the media about the fans in Boston.
I mean, it's not my first time being an opponent in Boston. So, I'm just looking forward to competing with my teammates, and hopefully we can just keep it strictly basketball. There's no belligerence or any racism going on, subtle racism and people yelling shit from the crowd. But even if it is, it's part of the nature of the game, and we're just going to focus on what we can control.
This is not his first time returning to the Garden, though. He made a return earlier this season when there were minimal fans allowed in the stands. He brought out some sage with him. Man, Kyrie is different. This time, though, there were 7,000 fans for Game 3, and they let him have it. He was getting boos from the fans from the minute he came out for shoot-around. It seemed like he was going to be fine in that environment, but as soon as the game started, he started missing shots. He was 6 for 17 from the field and only put up 16 points, while his fellow superstars combined for 80 points at almost 40 apiece. Damn, he was bad. Jason Tatum. Tatum is slowly but surely turning into a superstar right before our eyes. And it's something beautiful to watch, man. He cooked up a very efficient 50-piece McNugget after having a very inefficient 22 points in Game 1, shooting 30% from the field, and following it up with a bad Game 2, where he only scored 9 points on the road. He made sure to make up for all of that with a playoff high 56 and 7 monster game on 16 of 30 shots and made 5 threes on over 45% shooting from 3. Only missed 2 of his 15 free throws. This man was just torching the Nets. They couldn't even guard him. Durant couldn't guard him. This was the same thing he did to Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal in the play-in game. There's something about Tatum playing at home in a must-win game that just makes him the best player on the court. He showed out for 7,000 fans. Imagine what he's going to do on Sunday when they have 15,000 large. This might go 6 or even 7 with Tatum playing like this at home. By the way, isn't his son so cute? Jalen Brown. Jalen Brown addressed the media in response to Kyrie's comment about Boston fans earlier this week.
I have a perspective to share. I've kind of seen the things floating around with Boston and the topic of racism. And the people around me urge that I should share my perspective. I have not talked to anyone, Kyrie, Marcus or Danny Ainge about my thoughts or my perspective, but I do think it's a good conversation. I think that racism should be addressed and/or systemic racism should be addressed in the city of Boston, and it also should be addressed in the United States. However, I do not like the manner it was, brought up in terms of centering around a playoff game.
Look, I'm not one to talk politics, but racism is not, will never, and has never been a good thing at all on any level. Can't we just work together and just get along to find a way to help each other get past this instead of holding on to what someone thought was cool like hundreds of years ago? Marcus Smart. The game was tied at 75 apiece with over 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Marcus Smart hit a three to give them the lead.
Stopped. I don't even care if your hands are up. Just don't foul on those type of shots.
And part of the problem is you're running, that's just another bonehead foul right there.
Followed it up with a free throw to give Boston a 4-point lead. From there, Boston went on a 17-9 run to finish the third quarter. The Nets never recovered after that. He finished the game with 23 points on 8 of 11 shooting from the field. And guess what? 5 of those were threes. He shot an insane 5 of 8 from outside. That's over 62%, folks. Tristan Thompson. Man, this dude went off on Brooklyn on the offensive glass. He had 9 offensive rebounds. He really kept Boston in the game, especially in that first quarter after that 19-4 run Brooklyn started the game with. He was the difference maker in this game. Chipped in a nice 19 and 13 double-double. Now, for the biggest L of the night. The biggest L goes to everyone who called for the Nets sweep. Nobody really likes sweeps, guys. I don't really want to see a sweep. I want to see competitive basketball. It's the playoffs, guys. There you have it. 5 main reasons why the Nets took this L in Game 3. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss my next upload. Like the video if you like the content, or simply just hit the like button to support the channel. See you in the next one. I would.